Hi, so we're looking at another session of root 200. How many integer values of x satisfy the equation? Now if I take a very small number like 1 less than 4, let's say, okay, all the numbers will be negative, so some will be positive, not satisfied. If I take a number more than 16, okay, x has more than 16, all will be positive, again not satisfied, we want negative. So that means it will be only be negative, one of the terms is negative and 3 positives. Okay, one term negative and 3 positives, which means if I take a number, let's say, okay, so 1 has to be negative, 3 positive, or 3 negatives and 1 positive, two cases. If you notice properly, if I take a number from 5 to 7, so first term will be positive, the rest 3 will be negative. 5 to 7, one term will be positive, 3 terms will be negative, it will satisfy. Same way if I take 13 to 15, okay, one term will be negative, last term, the remaining 3 terms will be positive, will satisfy. So 3 terms out here, 3 terms out here, 6 terms, so answer will be C option. 3 pipes are attached to a tank, can serve as inlet as well as outlet pipes. The rates of filling or emptying the tank by these 3 pipes in a ratio of 2:3:4. The pipe with maximum capacity alone can be empty the tank in 9 hours. Okay, fill tank in 9 hours. The maximum capacity is 4. Let's say the capacity is 4x. That's what the flow is. Okay, the rate of filling, the rate let it be 4x. That takes 9 hours. A full tank can be emptied by the 3 pipes being used as outlet pipes. So all the 3 pipes are being used as outlet pipes. So the capacity will be 3x and 2x. So total capacity will be 9x. If with a flow of 4x, it takes 9 hours. Okay, let's say 4x per hour. So total number of water is 36x amount of water. So if the flow is 9x hours, the amount of time will be 36x upon 9x, which will be 4 hours. A option. Technically, you can make out if 4x takes 9 hours, 9x will take 4 hours. Because inversely proportional. More the flow, less the time. So if ratio of flow is 4:9, the ratio of time will be 9:4. So from that we'll get 4 hours as the answer. A option. Trapezium ABD is 70 degree, BDC is 50 degree. Now look at where. Now this is tangent. So and this is a chord. So how can I use this 70 degree? Always see where you can use. So I can say the big chord BD, and the chord BD will be 140 degree. Also this is 50 inscribed angle, so this arc will be 100 degree. This arc will be 40 degree BD, BC will be 100 degree, 240. So rest will be DC, which will be 360. DC will be 360 degree full circle minus 100 minus 140, which is 120 degree. So DC will be 120 degree. So if DC is 120 degree, I'll get this angle as 60 degree, half of this arc. And since BC is parallel to AD, then this angle also becomes 60 degree. C option. So try to use whatever information is given to you. So they are given 70 degree, they are given 50 degree, they are given parallel, and they are given tangent. So how can you use tangent? Okay, tangent is no radius. Other way use radius. I can't use radius out here. The other way of using tangent is tangent secant here. Or I can use a tangent square is equal to, but there is no distance asked, there is angle asked. So tangent secant here. So tangent secant, this 70 degree is half of arc BD. So BD becomes 140. Same way, how can I use this 50 degree? I get this 140. So from that I get this 120. From that I get this 60. And then I can use the parallel line to get the answer. Or if I want this angle, because parallel, I'll require this angle, B angle, and then go reverse and also try to find out how you can get the answer. So whenever you have two angles equal in triangles, it should be similar triangle. So first find the similarity. So we know BAC is same as ADB. So if you look at triangle ABC will be similar to triangle DBA. Why? Because angle B is same and angle A equal to angle D. So two angles are equal, they are similar. If they are similar, so look at the ratios. So if you look at in this triangle, I know DB and AB. which is 12 and 9. So DB will be equal to corresponding to AB out here upon BC. So equate it. So I know AB is 9 upon BC is equal to DB is 12 upon 9. So you get BC equal to 9 into 9 upon 12, 3, 4, 27 upon 4 or 6.25. Since you get BC as 6.25, BC will be the remaining 12 minus 6.25, right? So which will be, say, 6.75. 27.4 is 6.75. You'll get the answer is 5.25. C option. So 12 minus 6.75 will be 5.25. Which of the following is the largest? Try to eliminate options. So first of all, I see 4 raised to 1 by 4 and 2 raised to half is same. Right? 4 raised to 1 by 4 is nothing but 4 raised to half, which is 4 raised to half is 2 raised to half. So from this, 6 raised to 1 by 3 obviously is bigger than 5 raised to 1 by 4. Because the base is also bigger, the power is also 1 by 3 will give you a higher value as compared to 1 by 4. 1 by 4 you make it much smaller. So automatically A option ruled out. Now these two are 5 raised to 1 by 4, 5 raised to 1 by 4 is same. If I compare 8 raised to 1 by 4 and 5 raised to 1 by 3, try to make the base same, power same. So I would want to make it 1 by 12 because LCM of 4 and 3. So 8 cube 1 by 12, 5 raised to 4 1 by 12. 512, 625. 625 is bigger. So D is bigger than C. Because second part is same. So D is bigger than C. Now if I compare B and D, I realize that 6 raised to 1 by 3 is bigger than 5 raised to 1 by 3 for sure. And 5 raised to 1 by 4 is bigger than 2 raised to half. Because 2 raised to 1 by 4 is equal to 4 raised to 1 by 4. So 5 raised to 1 by 4 is bigger than 4 raised to 1 by 4. Yeah. So from this, if you combine the two, you can clearly make out that B is bigger because 6 raised to 1 by 3 is bigger than 5 raised to 1 by 3 and 5 raised to 1 by 4 is bigger than 2 raised to half. So B is definitely bigger. So from that we get the answer is B option. Thank you.